us, they said that we need a permit to, I forgot what your word he used, but we need a permit to amplify our voice now, okay. And we're not allowed to set up a booth.
David Menzies for Rebel News here at Parliament Hill in Ottawa. And you know, I was just listening a few minutes ago to Dure Love. He was giving a sermon here on Wellington Street, which is closed to traffic. And wouldn't you know it, bylaw and the police, many of them came to shut him down. It seems that even expressing freedom of religion in Canada in 2022 is not allowed. Just will you hear Dure's story.
They said that we need a permit to, I forgot what your word he used, but we need a permit to amplify our voice now, okay. And we're not allowed to set up a booth.
I mean, what harm is this doing? I mean, you're not blocking anyone. Wellington Street is closed to traffic even.
I don't think it's doing any harm. I think it's because we're preaching Jesus. You know how I've been here before, David. You know how it goes. Yes. I think it's because I'm preaching Jesus. We can see down there's a whole freedom rally going on. They're making a whole bunch of noise, but I guess they got a permit. But I don't see how my permit gels with Charter 4, right? I'm a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. They say it's actually illegal to stop a minister while he's performing his duties according to our charter rights. This is also a violation of our charter rights because I'm expressing my freedom of religion. Yeah. So I think that maybe I got to look into the bylaw because, you know, I'm from Toronto, so I'm not too sure what the bylaw and how it works in Ottawa. But I don't see how I want to see how this comes in conflict with my right to freedom of expression.
But, you know, you raise a good point. Is this an Ottawa thing? Is this a Parliament Hill thing? Because in Toronto, I see street preachers, I see people giving out holy books of various denominations, and I never see the police or bylaw hassle them in Toronto. I mean, and look at the number of officers here. There must be about almost a dozen. I mean, what's going on here? Why is it a different set of rule here than, say, in Toronto?
Yeah, to be honest, I think it's because of the previous protests that's been going down here with the truckers and with the bikers. Because I was here in 2020, we preached from almost 10 o'clock, or almost from 3 p.m. till 12 a.m. until the fireworks came up in 2020 before COVID happened. And so I've been out here, and then also other ministers. We usually come out here every July 1st. They let us preach all the way through until the fireworks happen. So this is the very first time that we've been out here that they've actually shut us down. They came in real aggressive too. If we didn't shut it down right away, they probably would have took our stuff, and the stuff is not cheap to replace,
Right. And what kind of fine were they talking about, sir?
I never can you take it down, bro? I never got to ask them how much the fine is. I've been, so if you follow me, I've been arrested in Vancouver. I've been arrested in Toronto. Almost got arrested 2 days ago at the Pride Parade. So I'm trying to go into my family. So, wow. I pushed the envelope a lot of times, but I mean, it's going to only be so many times before I'm like Arthur Perlowski, where I'm basically spending every last dime that I have just to stay out of jail.
Well, I got to tell you, sir, I mean, it's certainly a different vibe here on Parliament Hill for Canada's birthday. It doesn't seem very celebratory. It seems very sad and sometimes ominous. There's a police presence everywhere. There's fences and road blockades. And here you are just doing your thing. You're not forcing anyone to listen. And they say, shut down or we're going to fine or maybe even incarcerate you. Is this the kind of Canada we are used to?
No, this is not the type of Canada. It doesn't even, if you've been out here before, it doesn't even feel like Canada Day. Usually Canada Day has like a celebratory feeling to it. Yeah. It doesn't feel like that at all. It feels just like you said, it feels ominous. It feels like if someone just drops a match, something's gonna blow up. Like it even has even driving into the city from Toronto, it just had a weird feeling today. I almost felt like this was gonna happen. And so yeah. I was anticipating it. But no, it doesn't. I mean, even you can see it's not as packed as it normally is. It seems like there's more police officers than people. There's no, usually they have some sort of, entertainment up there. Everything is blocked off. It's just a weird feeling today. It's a real type of militant, almost police state type feeling today.
And one last question. Is there a double standard at play? Within view, just a few hundred meters away, there's the glorious National War Memorial. And I remember 2 years ago, we had a woman, her name was Anne Cognito, not a real name, but she was one of these climate alarmists. She was camping out overnight, making the memorial a filthy tent city. And it was all about raising awareness of a climate emergency, which still hasn't come along. That was tolerated for months. We had Prime Minister Trudeau, before he became Prime Minister, Teresa Spence was having a hunger strike on that property in a tent, and he went to meet her. And that's all fine. And I mean, you're not camping out over here. You're not, erecting a permanent structure. And yet you can't, preach for an hour or so. I mean, why the double standard when it comes to people using the public square here in Ottawa?
Well, Justin Trudeau, he lives by double standards. Just like he says, he's like, some people have unacceptable views. In a free country where we have freedom of speech and we have freedom of religion, we have a leader that's spouting rhetoric that certain people have unacceptable views. When I thought in Canada, everyone's views, as long as they don't hurt anyone else, were accepted. But this is the tyranny that we're under now, and I guess we just have to learn to adjust. So we have to learn how to push back the most peaceful way that we can.
Okay, well, I'll let you get going because I don't want you to get, a loitering ticket. I mean, who knows what's going on right now in Ottawa. So thank you for your time, sir.
David, God bless you, brother.
And folks, I'm going to reach out to you and make a plea. If you can go to ottawareports.ca, that's ottawareports.ca, that's where we'll archive all our footage. But it does cost money for this entire Rebel team to come here. But we think it's necessary. You're never going to see the reportage of that outrage that just happened to Maurizio and I from the likes of the CBC and CTV and Global. So if you can kick in $1 or $3, I would greatly appreciate that so we can continue to bring you the other side of the story.